Welcome back, my dear students, in the course of writing business report. Today, in the lecture, we will discuss the end 2 points in the final 2 points in the book, number 9 and number 10. Number 9, do tables and graphics need to be added to business reports? And number 10, what are different types of reports? The tables and graphics and charts are very important to be added in the business reports. So adding these graphics to business report, such as charts by bar or line, or the organizational and follow tables and timelines, is a useful aid for the target readers. So if you want to show a financial or operational trend for a commercial period, a line or bar graphic would be the most effective format. Some of the more common graphics that you might want to consider may be tables, pie charts, line charts, or the bar charts or the organizational charts. So the tables and timelines is a useful aid for the target reader. This is because they can more clearly illustrate and strengthen your main points, especially for comparisons and projections. They are most commonly used in the findings section if they are essential to understanding the text. If they are more supplementary, such as raw data, it's preferred to put them in the appendixes. There are many types of these graphics, like the tables, pie charts, line charts, bar charts, or the organizational charts, and other graphics like the maps, photographs, or the timelines, follow, show, or the follow charts. There are some examples in the book, like examples of different graphics, like the bar chart to show the total amount of the sale strategy, and this is the line chart. Shows this line show the sales chart or the sales level. This is a pie chart showing the percentage of each product in the sales of the product from product 1 to product 10, and showing the percentage of each product of them. In the final point in the book, what are the different types of reports? There are many different types of reports presented here, from the least to the most formal. These several basic formats or approaches to writing reports maybe the type that you use will depend on how formal the report needed to be. So we have some formal and some informal reports, and how much detail your reader need. It depends on the purpose of the report and the reader or the audience of this report. you can write the internal report or the memorandum report, or the second type is a letter style report, or a short report, or a formal report. All these several types of report depend on the purpose of the report, the reader or the audience of this report. In the first type of reports, the memo or the memorandum report, this report look like a regular memorandum or memo at the top. It helpful as a report or a short report about the internal matters and not send to anyone outside the company. So the memo report purpose is for the internal purposes in the organization and they cannot be sent outside the company. A memorandum report can be helpful for reporting on internal sales figures, letting a manager. The second type is the letter report. The letter report is a particular or informal reports that run several pages. So in the letter report may have some considerations like the letter format may be also be used by a board of directors to describe changes and developments of stakeholders. We can write in the first page of the letter report is typed on the letterhead stationery with plain paper used for subsequent pages and an opening with a subject line replaced a little and a simple heading as in the memo report and emphasize the clarity of this report. So the letter reports are typically used by the outside consultant to provide updates on project analysis or recommendations. The letter format may also be used by a board of directors to describe changes and development to stakeholders. So we can conclude that the memo report using in the internal purposes, but the letter report uses in the external purposes. The third type is the short report. The short report are distinct from memo and letter report in both scope and format. They may include several of the same elements of a formal report, like the introduction, body, conclusion. There are an example of the showing for the short report in page 44 in our reference. And the formal report, the fourth type of the report. In the formal reports, it's more complex than the memo, letter, and the short report. The formal report are a sophisticated presentation. They are more complex and longer than the other formats due to the content. A formal report may include all of the following elements, which are often described in company policy in order to keep reports constant through an organization. And there are an example of the type of this formal report and the structure of the formal report in page 45. It has a formal structure like the beginning with the covering letter, then the title or the title page, and an executive summary, then contents list or table of contents, and then the introduction for this formal report. Then we have the body of report, then the findings and the discussion, and then the summary and conclusions, then the recommendations, and in the end there are the references. So in this point we discuss the different four types of the business report. In the first, the memorandum and the letter report, and then we have short report and the formal report that is more long, or the longest report is the formal report with a main structure, with the structure steps. In this point we end our course of business report, and thank you my dear students. See you soon. Thank you.